What is a firearm bill of sale? It is a document that includes the details of a transaction between a seller and a buyer concerning the transfer of a firearm. The document indicates the fact of a purchase and the transfer of ownership. But in some states, after signing a firearm bill of sale, the buyer will also have to register the title in respective agencies. It is important to carefully learn your local gun laws before buying or selling a firearm. For instance, some states allow selling private firearms only through authorized dealers, while other states will let you buy a gun only if you have a special permit. Why use a firearm bill of sale? Such a document is not required by law, but it might be needed to prove that a transaction took place and that the gun actually belonged to the seller. It also includes important details about the parties and the items sold and lets the buyer and the seller protect their rights. If one of them takes illegal actions involving the sold weapon after the purchase. When signing a firearm bill of sale, the buyer agrees that they are of legal age and sound mind, haven't been sentenced to imprisonment for a term longer than 1 year, involved in legal issues connected with stalking, harassment, or domestic abuse and illegal narcotics, and undertakes the responsibility for owning the firearm. The seller in a bill of sale confirms that they have all the right to sell the firearm, are unaware of any deficiencies contained within the firearm, and have never used the firearm in a legal fashion. Once the parties complete the transaction, the seller is not liable for the firearm anymore. What details should be included in a firearm bill of sale? Include the date of the transaction, information about the buyer and seller, the names, home addresses, phone numbers, and emails, the firearm description, make, type, caliber, and serial number, the purchase date, price, and method, standard buyer and seller disclosures with the signatures of both parties, warranty information or a clause about selling the firearm as is, and the signature of both buyer and seller. The signature of the buyer is not required in some states, but it is highly recommended to have the document signed by both parties to be able to get legal protection if any problems arise. To take more precautions, you can acknowledge the document in front of a notary public and have 2 witnesses sign the document. If you want to make sure your firearm bill of sale is written according to your local laws, try our online document builder.